Another type of model that we make in Excel is the production model. That's a model where you have a product or a set of products that you're trying to make. Here we're trying to create Mexican food, burritos, quesadillas, tacos, and fajitas. And you have a number of ingredients that are used in common by the various products. In this case, as you know, all Mexican food basically contains meat, cheese, tortillas, rice, and beans. And what you're often asked to do is to try to find out the most profitable combination or the least costly combination of goods that you can make given the resources that you have available to you. So let's take a look at how this would work. What you see right here is a matrix of different amounts of different ingredients and different products that can be made from those ingredients. And let's go ahead and set the amounts of each ingredient that we have, which I will call capacity. So let's say that we have 100 ounces of meat, we have 50 ounces of cheese, we have 24 tortillas, we have 30 ounces of rice and cooked rice and 30 ounces of beans. Further, let's look at what the profit is for each one of these items. Let's say that we make 50 cents on each taco, we make $1.25 on each quesadilla, $1.50 on each burrito, and we make $3 on each fajita. Now, different cases come in different forms. In some cases, you'll already have the entire chart laid out for you. In other ones, it'll be in the verbiage, and you'll have to ferret out how much meat is used in each burrito, how much cheese is used in each quesadilla, and along those lines. But we're going to go ahead and fill this out. We're going to say each taco uses 1 ounce of meat, while each fajita uses 4, and burritos and quesadillas are in between. Cheese, the most is used by quesadilla, the least is used by a taco. The other ones are in between. Tortillas, a taco uses 1, a quesadilla uses 2, a burrito, we'll say, uses a double-sized one, and fajitas come with a stack of 5. And for rice, burritos use 2 ounces of rice and 2 ounces of beans. Quesadillas don't use any. Tacos don't use any. And fajitas use 4 ounces of rice and 4 ounces of beans. Now, how do we solve this problem? First off, realize that there's 2 things that we are adding up. We're adding up how much of each item we're using, and we're adding up how much money we're making from what we do. And we're doing that by figuring out how much of each product to make. So the first thing to know about this is that the decision that you're making here is how much of each product to make. So let me go ahead and set that up now. So I've just copied and pasted the titles. Let me go ahead and shade the cells. So I want to know how many burritos, quesadillas, tacos, and fajitas I'm going to make. Now, assuming that I have made whatever amount I put here, let's put 1 in each cell just so the math will work. First off, let's look at how much profit I stand to make from this. So my profit is equal to the number of burritos times the profit per burrito plus the number of quesadillas times the profit per quesadilla plus the number of tacos times the profit per taco plus the number of fajitas times the profit per fajita. Now it's pretty straightforward, especially when I have the items up here and the items down here in the same order. But there's an even simpler way to do it. You can also figure profit by using something called the sum product function. So using sum product, what happens is you select 2 ranges, either 2 rows or 2 columns that are the same size, and it will automatically multiply them and add them together just like we just did before. So in this case, all I would do is highlight this range, comma, highlight that range, and it gives me the same answer because I'm doing basically the same thing. Okay, so I know how much I'm going to make. Let's figure out how much of each item I'm using. And I'm going to put it up here so everything's close together. So my usage for meat is equal to the sum product of my decisions times the meat usage per decision. Got it? And it will be the same thing for cheese, tortillas, rice, and beans. So now I have a model that tells me if I go out and make 10 fajitas, I'll make $33. Unfortunately, I'm using more tortillas than I have, so I can't go that high. But if I make 10 tacos, I'm making $10, and so far I haven't used up all of anything. Now, I could sit here for hours randomly picking numbers and seeing how they turn out, but what works far better is to use Solver. So as you remember, to go to Solver, you go to the data menu and select Solver, and our objective, the thing that we're trying to maximize, is our profit. We want to set profit to max, and the cells that we're changing are all of these cells. And the constraints are, well, first off, all of these decisions need to be greater than or equal to 0 because we can't make a negative product. All of these have to be integers because we're at least saying that we can't make half of a quesadilla and then sell it. And also, remember, we had the whole thing about usage, so we're going to say that the amount of each thing that we use has to be less than or equal to the capacity that we have for that. So we can't use up more meat than we have. We can't use up more cheese than we have, and so on. Okay, so we've set our objective to our profit cell. We said that these are the cells that we're changing. We said that our changing cells have to be integers and greater than and equal to 0, and we have said that all of our usage cells have to be less than or equal to our capacity cells. And then we run Solver. And Solver comes back and tells us that we make the most money by making nothing but burritos, and that using that we are going to make $18, and we're maxing out on the tortillas we have. So it seems that the limit that we have right now is tortillas. If I doubled that to 48 and ran Solver again, I would get a different answer. And we would see now we can make $30, but at this point we're maxing out on the rice and beans and the cheese and the tortillas. So we're maxing out on a lot of things. The only thing we have left over is meat. This is how you handle a production mix problem.